Hey friends, welcome back to another STEAM activity with lyDIYa. So, I've been approached by the Gingerbread Man. I know, pretty cool stuff. Anyways, he has grand ideas for his new house and he needs our help to build it. Together, we'll go shopping for building and decorating supplies at our local store. We'll have $20 to make sure we get all the supplies we need. This challenge covers mathematics, currency, and engineering ideas. The builders will have $20 to buy all the supplies that they need. The parent or teacher will label the various supplies at the store at different price points. It is then up to the students to decide how they budget their money. I would recommend spending about 2/3 or 3/4 of the budget and saving a couple extra dollars in case you need more supplies. However, it's ultimately up to the student on how they run the budget. Students are more than welcome to return the supplies they didn't use as long as they are in mint condition. Now that you got the background and the objective, let's go over the worksheets. This time, there are 2 options for worksheets. My wonderful friends at the Discovery Station have provided a worksheet that guides you through planning and budgeting for your house. The worksheet also has recommended price points for all the different supplies at your store. Since I wasn't able to get my hands on all the candies used on the Discovery Station's worksheet, I adapted it into my own, using the candies I did buy from the grocery store. You'll notice that these worksheets are pretty similar, so feel free to use whichever ones closely line up with the materials you have lying around the house. Or feel free to create your own. Once the students know the different price points of the supplies, they'll be able to put their knowledge of mathematics and currency to use. There are a variety of ways to fulfill the currency aspect of this activity. You can provide real money. Just make sure you have smaller bills to break the 20 into, and you may need some coins. The second option is to deal with money in the theoretical, almost like using a credit card. Have them do the calculations in their head or on a piece of paper and keep track of their budget that way. The third option is for students who might not be able to do math in their heads or on a piece of paper just yet. The Discovery Station has printable play money that can then be used to buy your materials from the store. Ultimately, use what's best for your students' age group and capabilities. Those worksheets I was mentioning, as always, they can be found in the description box below. After all that explaining, the Gingerbread Man is getting a little impatient, so let's go ahead and get started.
It's time to design! Using your worksheet, map out your house. Look around at your building materials and see what you can use. Make sure you're labeling the components of your house so that you can refer to it later. Remember, your design must have 4 walls, a roof, a door, and 2 windows. Next, make a budget. I started out buying 10 squares of graham crackers, which is 5 of the bigger rectangular pieces. At $1 per square, that means I spent half my budget on graham crackers alone. I also used bagged icing, so I estimated 2 tablespoons of frosting to equal 1 scoop of frosting. I then calculated how many scoops of frosting must be in my bag. This would be a fun exercise in mathematics to do for young students. Once you have bought your initial set of items, calculate the cost you owe and pay the store vendor. Pro tip: calculate how much change you should receive. That is what is left of your budget. Now it's time to build your gingerbread house. I played around with different structures, but ended up sticking to my original design. Here, I'm starting with my front door, because I decided to decorate my walls first, then assemble them into a house. I separated a chocolate wafer cookie to create a door, then bought larger sprinkles to decorate the front door. I also bought marshmallow trees to adorn my house at the end of my building time. When it came time to the sides of my house, I couldn't find gumdrops at the store. Instead, I halved Mike and Ike's to be my lights around the house. Moving on to my roof. You may have noticed that I used an extra wafer cookie and 2 less graham cracker squares in this design. I ended up returning my unused graham crackers to buy the second wafer cookie and extra icing. Sometimes designs don't go the way we planned, and that's okay. Ta-da! Here's my graham cracker house. I'm pretty proud of it. As always, if you liked this challenge, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Subscribe and ring the notifications bell so you don't miss another video from me. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Bye!